What's up, fight fans? Welcome to Mr. Mustache MMA News. Today, I want to discuss this Saturday's co-main event between Alex Pereira versus Ciryl Gane for the heavyweight strap. But guys, before we get into it, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to continue getting more MMA content by yours truly. Help the channel grow. All right, guys, getting right into it. We got a pretty special co-main event. Alex Pereira looks to make history, combat sports history, to attain a third UFC championship belt. Originally coming onto the scene, if you don't know who he is, just in context, right? A glory kickboxing champion, kind of faded away for a little bit. He had a lot of personal issues. And one of his former opponents, if you guys don't know, his name is Ciryl Gane, with all the success that he had within the UFC, made some comments about him, about where Alex Pereira was and where he is now. And that built a lot of motivation for Pereira to, come to the UFC and say, you know what, I'm going to fucking show you. It's exactly what he did. Couple fights in, came to the UFC, took Izzy out to attain the middleweight belt. Now, Izzy did get his comeback, but he eventually moved up to 205, got the belt up at 205. We saw everything that kind of happened there with Jamal Hill, Khalil Roundtree, the two fights with Magomed Ankalaev, which I think that first fight was just a case of fatigue. At one point, Alex Pereira was the yes man for the UFC. He was very active as a champion. And I think that eventually wore on him. So when he lost that belt to Magomed, he went back, he got healthy, he reloaded. And then that second fight marched forward. And I think that second fight with Magomed Ankalaev is exactly what he needs to do here against Ciryl Gane. March forward, just complete, I don't give a fuck attitude, and put on extreme pressure on Ciryl Gane, who I think is probably the most dangerous opponent that Alex Pereira has faced yet. He's a true heavyweight, but his athleticism, right? He is, I think, almost equally as good as a kickboxer. He's not as decorated as Alex, right? He doesn't have the proven resume, but we see it, right, in the UFC. We see the style, we see his distance management, his fluidity, his athleticism, right, his explosiveness, and his ability to really stay calm and composed. Now, in the two losses that he did have against Francis and John Jones, where, he got beat in the wrestling department, which I think is also a factor in this fight, because you have Alex Pereira, who, he is this elite kickboxer who has the touch of death, right? He has the kill shot. But with him, with Glover Teixeira as his head coach, I think that is a glaring a big advantage to have. I think Glover Teixeira, he is just an absolute legend, and to have him as your corner, as your mentor, that is something that has only made Alex Pereira the well-rounded mixed martial artist that he is today. So I think that we could even see him wrestle. I think we could see him be successful in the wrestling department. He's beefed up, and I think he had the photo shoot. He didn't look like he was really all that flabby. He looks like he's wearing the weight well. But I think pressure, he needs to not let Ciryl Gane have space. And as long as he does that, he will win this fight. Ciryl Gane needs to be on lateral movement, on the balls of his feet, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson style, typical Ciryl Gane style. He needs to be very light on his feet, lateral movement, the full Matador experience, right? He needs to be the Matador as Pereira's being the bull. Make him miss, never be in the same place, and going side to side is his best option. Those leg kicks are going to be coming at him, right? Pereira's going to be coming for those legs. But Ciryl Gane, I know I'm giving a lot of highlight on Pereira in this fight. But Ciryl Gane here is just as dangerous because of, his speed. He can go out there and just pepper Alex Pereira for 5 rounds. I think the path to victory for Ciryl Gane, I don't think it's going to be a stoppage. I think, if he goes out there and wins, it's going to be a 5-round decision where he's just going to outclass, be a step ahead of Alex Pereira. And that was probably my pick for a long time. But these past couple of days, watching the countdown, the energy, the Chama energy of Alex Pereira is something that, we cannot ignore. So he seems like he's just on it. And Ciryl Gane also, he's very good at fighting. And I think but I don't think he likes it. I don't think he likes it. He's a very good athlete. He's the best athlete. It's one of those cases where it's he's good at what he does, but he doesn't like what he doesn't like what he does. But he's very good at it. He just doesn't like it. And that, at the highest of levels where those guys want it and are just as good as you, that usually can be the difference maker. Grit, heart, will, determination. Guys, I think Alex Pereira is going to do it this Saturday. I think he's going to do it. I'm just getting that itch. I'm getting that itch. I was Ciryl Gane for most of this, but I like the odds. I think the odds make sense. This is fucking even Stevens. But I got Alex Pereira. Guys, let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Do you guys have Alex? Do you guys have Ciryl Gane? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Mr. Mustache, MMA News out. Let's fucking go, fight fans.